Amy, I'm going to start off with you and talk a little bit about the future. We have different perceptions, we have different lenses through which we see the future. But when we talk about the future being something that we can predict, that we can make sense of, that we have a view on, whether it's the future of work, whether it's the future of the organization, talk to us a little bit about the lens through which futurists like yourself look at the future and make sense of it. Amy, you may just want to unmute yourself. There we go.
Excellent point. Thanks. It's funny. I am not totally persuaded that everyone thinks they can predict the future anymore. The last few months have been, really overturned people's ideas all over the world that there is some kind of certainty or predictability in the future. Or it has drawn to their attention the fact that they kind of implicitly did without ever thinking about it much. But that notwithstanding, one of the ways that I often distinguish between what is typical all over the world, despite cultural differences, is the tendency to think of the future like a laboratory. We're all scientific, rational, management trained people who are walking around in the same class, and we're trained to think that we can know a lot, and that the more we know, right, the more we've filled in a picture of the uncertain. So we're always looking for data. But the world is very unlike a laboratory. And let me add this, in a laboratory, you actually can predict the future because you have a control over your variables. At least that's a little bit of a myth that scientists would say, but there you go. The world is different. The world is complex. The world has many different kinds of change that are unpredictable happening at once. It has some kinds of change that are waning, some that are emerging. They're running into each other. They're colliding. They're causing second order effects and third order effects. And so for that reason, most futurists will say you can't predict the future and get pretty huffy if you ask them for fun where their crystal ball is or what have you.